Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, we will be discussing about diction. But before we proceed with our topic about diction, let us first have a short review of about our last lesson on imagery. So, imagery in a literary text is an author's use of vivid and descriptive language to add depth to their work. It appeals to human senses to deepen the reader's understanding of the work. Imagery are mental pictures that are produced by our memory, our imagination, and conjured up by a particular stimulus. So we use our five senses. So the forms of imagery, okay? So we have visual imagery that pertains to graphics, visual scenes, pictures, or the sense of sight. So for example, we describe the size, the shape, the color of an object. Okay, and then auditory imagery. It pertains to sounds, noises, music, or the sense of hearing. So this kind of imagery may come in the form of onomatopoeia. So for example, the screeching of a car, the banging of the door. Okay, so that is auditory imagery. Whatever it is that the sound that we hear. Then we have the olfactory imagery. So it pertains to sense or the sense of smell. So we use describing words like aroma, okay, sweet, pleasant, okay. And then we also have the gustatory imagery, which pertains to flavors or the sense of taste. So we say delicious, we say bitter, sour, sweet, okay. And then lastly, we have the tactile imagery, which pertains to physical textures of the or the sense of touch. No? So we feel it. No? So we say it's rough, it's smooth, okay. So forms of imagery. So we of course use imagery in order to be able to describe the details in our story, especially in the exposition part of a story. So we try to use descriptive words, using the five senses in order for the readers to experience. So the readers are like witnesses. They are witnesses in the scene that you are creating in their mind. Okay, now let us proceed to our new topic. So our new topic is about diction. So we have uh, diction. So diction is the choice and use of words and phrases in speech or writing. Wordsworth campaigned against exaggerated poetic diction. Okay, so if you are giving a speech, if you're giving a speech, someone will say you have good diction if you have pronounced the words correctly. So the proper stress of the word. Okay, you have chosen the appropriate words in order to tell the audience, the crowd. Okay, whatever is the message you have in your heart and mind. Okay, so Wordsworth campaigned against exaggerated poetic diction because in poetry sometimes you use words that are sophisticated, so that are not very clear to the audience. Okay, so we have to analyze the meaning of the words. Okay, so we have what we call antiquated words, grand, formal diction. Okay, so examples of diction is this: I am much obliged to you, a bunch buddy. Okay, so when you are much obliged to that person, so what what do you mean by that particular line or statement? Okay, so meaning the person uh, wants to thank that significant person in his or her life that gave him, for example, a gift maybe, or maybe that person helped him, go through some difficult circumstances in his life. So that person assisted him in a, for example, a project. Okay. So another example is, could you be so kind as to pass me the milk? Okay. So yun. You can also express it in this way. Give me that. Okay. So that is a more casual diction that we use. No? Okay. So the statement, the first statement is more of respectful, uh, asking, of a person to give him the milk. Okay. So another example, I regret to inform you that that is not the case. So you can say it, versus you're wrong. No. Okay. Now for others, they are more frank, and outright. Okay, so they really readily say you're wrong. But other persons, okay, just choose some words or select some words in order for that for the statement not to be lighter. Okay. Next is, it is a pleasure to see you again. How are you today? No? Okay, but others, no, with the same meaning, they will say, hey, what's up? Okay. So our teenagers or the millennials, no, are more of this type. Then saying, I'm a bit upset, no? Okay, versus I'm so pissed off. Okay, no? So uh, the one who is saying I'm a bit upset is somehow uncertain, no, of how he or she's going to express, her sentiments, no, while this one saying I'm so pissed off, no. So um, it's more of the person is very sure of himself, very sure of how he or she is feeling. Okay, and then saying, I would be delighted, versus sure, why not? Okay, so if you are invited, for example, to come to a party, so uh, if you are more formal, uh, you will say, I would be delighted. Okay, so that is a formal way and a formal diction of saying, uh, I would like to come. Okay, and then the other type is sure, why not? So again, it's casual. And then another is, I'll do it right away, sir. Okay, so when you say I'll do it right away, sir, it's like the person believes that he is really, he has the responsibility, to do it, versus when you say I'll see, I'm the person has a somehow hesitant to do things, that the other one is asking him to do. Okay, so again, when you say diction, we also focus, on the selection of words in a literary work. So because in speech it's more it's different in a way, because we also consider the pronunciation, the stress, the accent, in diction in a literary work. So we are more focused on the important literary elements, as writers use words to convey action, reveal character, imply attitudes, identify themes, and suggest values. So it includes the formality of the language, the emotional content, the imagery, the specificity, and the sounds of the words. So I will give you an example. For example, I prize thy love more than who mines of gold, or all the riches that east doth hold. So this is from Anne Bradstreet, from To My Dear and Loving Husband. So again, the use of antiquated words, it's as thy, so instead of saying your, okay, and doth instead of saying do, so gives the form formal diction. Okay, so these antiquated words are considered, I said, grand, elevated, and sophisticated language. Okay, so when you are going to present a particular character in a story, you have to make sure that you give, that person what diction, is this person going to use. If it is the hero or heroine of the story, okay, what kind of personality are you going to present this character? Okay, so you reveal the personality because of the diction, and of course you have to study what kind of words are these characters going to use in that particular literary work. Okay, so um, do you have any questions? Do you have additional information or insights? Okay, so do you understand now what is diction? No, so diction in speech and also diction in literary works. Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you so much now for watching this video. I hope you really understood our topic for today. Okay, so it's enough for now. Let us have another session next time. Okay, bye.